The 2022 Sonic hacking contest ended 2 months ago. Alright, what's the first hack on the list? Sonic Sunventure is a yeah, I already used this joke. Level design is good, but definitely could have been better, and a lot of this hack was done pretty last minute. But considering I wasn't even going to try to finish the hack, let alone enter this year's hacking contest, third is pretty good. Sonic 1 score rush is... well, it's not Sonic 2. The score counter has been pretty useless in 2D Sonic games since the original, so it's nice that the feature finally has some worth. It also makes this hack pretty fun to play. There isn't much else to talk about with this hack since it's just Sonic 1 again, but Endless Mode is pretty fun. Sonic 3 Plus is definitely not Sonic 3D Blast. From what I can tell, most of the hack just adds Sonic and Knuckles content into base Sonic 3, which is cool, but Sonic 3 and Knuckles already exists. There's other minor changes, like the characters having edited sprites. I'm really trying, man. Sonic Delta is back again. Don't know what's different from its last appearance. There weren't any patch notes in the entry page. Apparently, as Mania's Studiopolis 2 boss in Cyber City, which is neat, but I don't feel like getting footage of it. Moving on. Sonic and Johnny Slaps. I'm just gonna say this straight out the gate. This was my favorite retro entry in this year's contest. It was made by Lone Devil. Of course it's good. However, I don't think it's as good as Metal Sonic Hyperdrive or Rebooted. It is a pretty interesting main gimmick where you're racing your rival character throughout the stage, and to represent that, the first 2 acts of every zone have a time limit. The first 2 zones are pretty fun, but after that the levels start dropping off in quality. Rusty Furnace is Sonic Frontiers. Sorry, I meant boring and mediocre. I know the time limits for every zone have been extended since the hacking contest, but in this build the time limits are really strict. At least the music is good, unlike Frontier. Titanic Power Plant is when the game starts pulling some real dick moves. Act 1 isn't so bad, and the visuals are really nice to look at. And Act 2, simply put, it sucks. There's also a boss rush where the Spring Yard boss takes twice as long to beat. You may be wondering where your rival went, and honestly I don't know, since they won't show up for the rest of the game. After beating the Sonic 1 final boss again, there's another level for some reason, and this definitely feels like the most tacked on level here. And the rival gimmick being gone doesn't help, although having a time limit in these 3 acts would be pain and suffering. As good as this level is, it's all worth it for the final boss, your rival, who's been antagonizing you the entire game. Metal Sonic? Hey, I'm not complaining, this boss goes hard, but I am confused. Why is the final boss Metal Sonic, who hasn't appeared once in this entire game before this point? Oh, he's dead. Overall, pretty good hack. Also, the music selection slaps, as I'd expect from a hack made by Lone Devil. Sonic 2 Anniversary Pink Update. Already talked about this hack in my Hacking Contest 21 review, and what I said there is all I have to say here. And I'm not making a big deal about Amy being playable now. Sonic Isle of Magnetic Artifacts is definitely the title of all time. Cutting straight to the point, it's a well-made hack, but I didn't really think this hack was the best in the contest. I kind of have the same things to say that I did for Sonic 1 Definitive. It's very impressive technically, the visuals are great, the music is definitely there, and the level design is boring. Not helping is that this demo is the exact same length as Sonic 1 Definitive, only having 3 acts, and honestly the only real difference between the acts are their BGMs and the title cards. I am aware that Act 2 was rushed for the contest, and clearly I've never been there before, but the other acts don't feel that polished either. There's definitely a lot of things to mess around with in the settings, playable Knuckles and Tails, which is neat, but that doesn't really mean much if the level design is fun to play, in my opinion. So now I will say the exact same thing I said for Sonic 1 Definitive in my Hacking Contest 2021 review. I might find myself enjoying a future release more because you can just clear this hack in 10 minutes. You'll probably have a fun time playing it, but honestly, I think that Sonic and Johnny, or Sonic and Johnny, again, are more worth your time. I fucking hate Sonic.EXE. It's just Sonic with Blood Eye. Big fucking deal. Anyways, somebody entered a Sonic.EXE hacking in the contest this year, and it's... Alright, what's left? Sonic Megadriven. First things first, I really like the palette. Sonic Sprite's not so much. I'm not a fan of the style, and it kind of clashes with the rest of the game's art a bit. Really like the aesthetics of the second level, however, the level design is quite lacking. You can and will get stuck here if you don't know the double jump is a thing in the game, which is very likely since it's only activated by 1 button. I only knew that was the correct way to progress because it was in the trailer for this game. Everything else isn't that much to write home about, and then the hack ends. I definitely think this hack has potential, it just needs better level design and some visual updates. Alright, the last hack here is a Sonic Skychaser. It's a boss rush hack. What do you want me to say?